Well, hi there. It's Gabriele. I broke my arm the other day, and it's my working arm. It's broken right in here, right next to, on the, I guess, radius bone, just before it gets to your wrist. At the time I'm recording this, I have not yet gone to the orthopedic guy because it happened on a Friday late in the day and it's Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm going to call tomorrow, which will be Monday. But in the meantime, I thought that I would record myself painting, at least as long as I can before it starts to bother me too much, with my left hand. So wish me luck. Okay, so I've set myself up here where I have my paper towels all cut and my watercolor pigments and everything all ready to go. And I've decided that I'm going to try a rather challenging subject. I also have some paper towels here stacked up so that I can blot off my brush. So I'm going to be using a 1-inch brush. I may use a 2-inch brush, and then I have a big round. And as I go down, I may switch to these squirrel brushes. I don't know. It just depends on how much control I want or not. So I'm going to start out. This is a sunset piece. And it's something that I took a picture of here in Lake St. Louis. So I'm getting my water bucket and I'm working now with my left hand. As I mentioned earlier, I tripped. I'm so annoyed at myself. I was going for a walk over in this little community next door to where I live. And there was a little crack in the street. And it was a problem because I guess I didn't have my hiking boots on or whatever, but I was busy admiring and shooting pictures of, with my phone, the wonderful moonrise. And I should know better than to do that. I should know better. This is how I've fallen and hurt myself several times in my life. And each time it was because I was distracted by something pretty. Get some nice, it's puckering. Normally I would stretch this, but I'm limited. I'm at limited capacity, so I'm having to deal with just what exactly that I have available to me, because it is what it is. See, I dripped over here. That was a big mistake. So hopefully this will work out. This is just an underpainting, and maybe I can come back in and let it go. So I'm going to blow this dry a little bit and see if I can salvage it. Yeah, I'm back now. Now we're going to try seeing if we can get that dark passage in there. I'm going to mix up some colors with some brighter reds for in the middle part, and then it's going to get cooler as I go along the sides. Who knows? These are all, I started calling my artwork my practice. I started watching these videos and there were people that were referring to their artwork as their art practice. And I thought that's kind of nifty because, whoops, that's a little bit bright. Because, you know, when you go to the doctor, they call that their practice because how do they learn? By practicing their medicine. So, and this is kind of what I'm doing. As I'm practicing this is my art practice, really. Okay, I'm kind of liking that bottom. That's really feeling pretty good. I wish I'd pulled a little bit more out there. I might be able to. I don't know. It takes such a steady hand. Yeah, there you go. Looks like we're getting some. To be careful though, because I could end up jacking it up. All right, so I'm back. What I've done, I've got myself set up again. I don't know if you can see my working space. I have two palettes set up now. I've tried to set up a color over here that I'm hoping I don't drip. Normally I tell everybody keep your paints on your dominant side, but hopefully I can get this figured out. I know that I need some darker colors in here. So I'm gonna come in and just lay that in there. I think I'm gonna come in with, oh, I can hold a little bit of my brush, but it's too uncomfortable to do. So I've got another brush here. What I have to be careful of is that here, this is just clear water. And I have to be careful that I don't end up going across and dripping across my space. So I'm going to blue this up over here a little bit and let that just kind of do its thing. Okay, this has been a struggle. Here's the cast. I think since I started this picture, I've been to the orthopedic surgeon, and he said I don't need surgery. I will probably have arthritis in this arm, but the work that he's doing, the work that he would do in the in surgery wouldn't improve it enough to make the surgery warranted. So there's the hand, and then I'm working with my left hand, and this is the second painting that I've done. I'm not totally unhappy with it. I'm not actually sure if it would have been better with my right hand or not, but it is what it is. And I hope you enjoyed this video session. I hope you found it inspirational for those of you who have limitations. Don't let those limitations get to you, and keep on keeping on. Bye guys. Go to my website and check out my paintings there. I'm a little behind. I probably should keep up with it better than I do, but I have a lot of my current work on my Facebook page, and I'm building up my YouTube channel. So if you can go ahead and check all those things out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. You guys, hang in there. Don't let it get to you.